Tonight, as the number of confirmed coronavirus cases in this country climbs to over 1 million.
I left my phone sitting in the kitchen and I go out for a 30-minute run, no kidding. And I come back and my phone is in flames, on fire, just brr, brr, brr.
Economic slowdown based on the pandemic, a cut in interest rates, closing of schools and businesses.
And my wife picks up her phone and she says to me, Governor Scott just closed school for the rest of the year. And I said, no, he didn't.
Phil Scott and the state's health commissioners say now is the most effective time to close schools.
I instantly went to my computer and started writing to the senior class.
I kind of had false hope and thought we were going back too, but that's not really how it works. So I had to kind of deal with the fact that senior year was basically over.
You all wanted something so bad, and you have this vision of how it's supposed to go.
We're going on the announcements and canceling talent night basically 5 hours before it began, and that was just really brutal.
Today I went to school. It was like my first time for like 3 months that I went back to pick up my caps and gown, and I was like walking towards the front lobby and I was like, oh my God, like this is my last time ever here and I'm just picking up gowns.
Literally everyone I know in my life has gone through a prom, has gone through a graduation, had the summer before college, and then went off to college, and that was how life began.
They've done all the things they were supposed to do. They've done beyond what they were required to do.
I've been waiting for my graduation party for years. I've gone to so many of my cousins and my brothers.
I can't imagine, I can't fathom what it must be like to be a student and have those things taken away from you.
From the prom to, all the awards nights coming up, just even the fun stuff. They do the barbecue, they do the cookout.
People coming together is how we support each other. People coming together is how they support their sports teams. It's how they support talent night. And we were not able to come together.
And when I heard that we were closing for the remainder of the year,
a lot of things went through my head and I did not know what to do at all.
The last day I was there, it felt like there were 20 kids in the building. I guess if there was closure, it would have been just to see everyone there.
I'm a people person. I need to be around people, and I was like, I don't know the next time I'll get to see my friends.
The honor and the privilege of my job is to get to see each one of you.
I am so incredibly privileged to have kids like this, students like this around me all the time. And the hardest thing about this is not having them.
It was a hard email to read, but if it meant that other people would be safe, then I knew that that was 100% the answer and that was the call to make.
The whole idea that, there's something bigger than me. There's a community, it's bigger than me. There's an ethos, it's bigger than me. There are core values, they are bigger than me.
Outdoor track was supposed to start and that didn't happen. And all these performance opportunities that I always hold fondly.
You isolated yourself at a time in your life when you're never more social. You stayed away from your friends at a time when your relationships and friendships were really strong. You made all those sacrifices, but if you're wondering if it's worth it, there are people alive. There are families intact.
I knew that it wasn't about me. It was about keeping the rest of the world safe.
A lot of progress moving forward comes out of adversity.
When this class reflects back on their experience, it's certainly going to be important to think about, what was lost this last quarter. But it's, I think, more important to think about all that they experienced, all that they gained, all they got to do together.
What we have right now isn't so bad. We're still having some kind of graduation celebration. We're getting our cars painted and we're doing stuff that we probably wouldn't have done if we did have school.
Being positive is hard, but I feel like having a growth mindset in this is really important.
You're definitely going to bond with all those other people that you're going to meet who are of the same age as you or the same graduating class as you.
It's going to be unique to every single person, which adds to their life story.
Look me in my eye. I'm still alive.
We are the Wolf Pack.
We
We are the wolf pack.
I do love the Kipling quote. Oh! And I think it's true.
You should be proud of what you've done to advocate for all people.
They learn to listen and respect people's thoughts and actions.
Since 97, I've been striving for greatness to the day's end till I can't breathe and the lights off. 6 feet deep in the pavement.
Your individual strength contributed to that larger pack, contributed to the strength of our community.
We are the wolf pack.
We are the wolf pack.
We are the wolf pack.
My head above water, and I'ma tread lightly. For a minute I was sinking, still thinking I'ma die at the perfect time.
Class of 2020, never forget, we are wolves.
Oh! Almost a high school dropout, but I'm up now, can't stop now.
You have had the opportunity to ensure that programs and clubs are representative of what you believe.
We are the wolves. We are the wolf pack.
We're really full of school spirit. We won the homecoming parade twice, and I'm just really proud of all of the stuff that we've been able to do.
We are the wolf pack.
Wait, I forgot. We are the pack and the wolf.
We've really shown our voices, and I think that teamwork and the connection we've had with faculty is something that should be remembered.
Your skills and the academics and your motivations are what is going to lead us and our society through this next era.
We are the wolf pack.
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 Oh!
We are the wolf pack.
We're the wolf pack, baby.
I can't do it. You have to ask yourself, is the place better now than when you first got here? And if you can say yes to that, then you're part of building a proud tradition. And boy, I think the class of 2020 is exemplary in that respect.
Our school community is a better place because of this class. It's undeniable.
What I liked about this class the most, that they were a student class. What do I mean by that? They were kids that interacted well with one another and interacted with me as an individual.
They're respectful. They are just cool. They've got good heads on their shoulders.
They're better. They're better kids. They're more well-rounded. They're more community-minded. Than I think I ever was as a kid, or even my classmates. Like, they just get it.
Some great athletes, great actors and actresses, great singers. There's so much to be proud of from this class.
To the class of 2020, you guys are motivated to have a positive impact in this world. You will not give up or give in to the fight when it comes to social injustice.
They did things, the Black Lives Matter initiative that they took.
Yes, we raised the Black Lives Matter flag at our school. Yes, we had an assembly for that. Were there members of this class up there leading that, standing on the stage? Absolutely there were. It was amazing. It was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen.
We want to build a system in which diversity is valued in our school, and it's also something that people are able to talk about.
Being able to integrate Black Lives Matter, Coaches versus Cancer, the fact that those are all things that we can do in such a united manner, I think is really awesome.
I feel like this class gives me hope because they're fostering the change of traditions where they need to be changed.
Honestly, I think there's really no one word that could describe our class.
They'll remember us because we're loud.
Loud is a really good place to start.
We know we matter and our voice matters, and I think we are always out there making a change.
Just speaking out and trusting ourselves and trusting our beliefs.
People were talking about when they think of this class, what do they think about? And I immediately thought of their voice. And whether that's on the sideline cheering on their classmates in a sports event or talent night, they have a lot of energy and enthusiasm and support for one another and love of one another.
We had an event where we got people together to go help out with the just opened food shelf, and I had never seen so many kids in one space trying to just give back to their community.
I have people ask me all the time as an educator, what do you think, of this generation on their phones? And I say, if you could see what I see with these kids every day, you will know that we will be fine because they are amazing.
First thing that comes to mind about the class of 2020 is how fiercely independent they are and how unafraid they are of being themselves.
They are wonderful kids. Many of them I've known since 6th grade. And yeah, they're loud and enthusiastic, but man, they have a heart like no other class I've ever known.
The more strong we become as individuals, it's inevitable that we work with other individuals. And combining our strength together, we're going to solve any problem that we confront.
The class of 2020, you guys had great school spirit. You had high energy, even though you drove me crazy at times, but it was all out of love.
It's hard not to really appreciate this class for that hopeful action that they so bring to everything that they do.
I'm very happy that in college I can look back at my work in high school and be proud of what we did.
For the classes of 2021 and all of those below, I feel like they will be able to see the examples that we've set as a class.
For justice, for equality, I hope you guys follow our footsteps.
I am just so honored to be a part of their story and be a part of their lives. And I wish them all the best.
I love the class of 2020.
And I've been so inspired by your stories.
You all are going to just do great things. Your graduation is actually quite unique.
Not just the class of 2020, but our whole generation will sort of come out of this having a newfound respect for what we have.
They know so much already and have made it abundantly clear through their work.
Yeah, Wolfpack!
You are the ones who are able to make the change.
People are doubting you from day one, but you are so efficient and you're overachieving silently so that you can kind of sneak up on a lot of people.
I think the members of the class of 2020 are going to continue to make a difference.
And there's an eagerness to be active and to be in the community and to help and to resolve inequity and battle for the future.
We are all leaders, and I think we all have the power to better our community.
I'm so excited to hear the stories when you go out into the world and learn new things and climb new mountains.
Anticipate some impediments and behave decently as you move through them.
Take in everything that other people have to teach you and remain that authentic self that you are.
Don't stop here.
Keep inspiring me and keep inspiring others.
It's not only going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit everyone else.
For anyone that is concerned about the future, don't be.
They're teaching us, and so gives me hope in the world.
You are the dawn of this next generation, and that brings me great comfort.
Remember where your roots are here in South Burlington Remember that you're always welcome back at any time.
And this is not the last time that we will all be together.
We always need each other, no matter what.
And we all depend on each other.
You know, that bond just lives forever, and, you know, we'll always remember that.
It's a beautiful thing.
That you always should go into every single day with a new attitude.
You gotta do it.
We love you, SBHS!
You know I need you. You know I want you. Mama, I need you. Mama, I need you. You know I need you. You know I want you.
I look at their beautiful faces and I know that we're in incredibly good hands.
We're super proud of you.
Take what you've learned from this and apply it going forward.
Happy graduation. Now go out and make the world a better place.
Fix the problem, 2020.
To the class of 2020, on behalf of all of your teachers, on behalf of our community, on behalf of everybody who works in South Burlington schools, congratulations. We love you. Go out in the world and make a difference.
We're super proud of you. We're cheering you on as you go out and take the world on by storm. So keep on going.
They are making Vermont proud, and they are certainly making South Burlington proud.
I definitely feel lucky to have gone to South Burlington.
For all the teachers I've had throughout the 4 years of high school, I feel like they're so understanding.
Class of 2020, never forget, we are wolves.
I dedicate my haircut to you, class of 2020.